Shit is about to get real. Hi everyone, hello individuals. Yeah, I'm like, where do I start? There's so much I want to talk about. So I wanted to make a video last week, but emotionally I was like not there. In fact, like, I'm not doing so well right now, but I wanted to make a video. I really did. And I was like, you know what, there's so many things that I want to talk about, and so this is a catch-up video. It's basically, I'm just going to be catching you guys up with everything that's been going on. I'm going to open up some, so maybe I'll get emotional, maybe I won't, maybe I'll make a joke out of all of that. I actually at one point wanted to make I wanted my videos to be funny. When I had first started vlogging, when I first started making videos that weren't singing, I wanted to make humorous videos, but they were a lot funnier in my head than they were coming out. And then, you know, they weren't that great. I've been told that I'm actually funny. My sister says it a lot. It's one of the very few compliments she gives me. But me and like anything scripted, it's just not a good time. So all of my videos that I make, usually unplanned. The only planning that I do is like a minute ahead of time that I'm like, alright, this is what I'm talking about, and record and go. So sometimes I just kind of go off on a tangent that's completely irrelevant. So yeah. I'm gonna start off with why I wasn't able to do anything. Let's start off with all the sad crap, and then we talk about the good things that have been going on in my life, because there's been a mix of both. Just like it, you know, the way that it always is. So last week was fucked up. Things I had learned that my ex-girlfriend, who has been on this channel before, who I deleted the video of, I'm pretty sure I took it down. I am like 80% sure that I took the video down. But I have spoken about her before. I made a video after the breakup. I haven't made one since because I didn't want to face my problems. And I don't know, I kind of wanted her to think, like, if she ever, like, for whatever reason was like, let me go check up on my ex, if she ever saw any of my videos, she would think that I moved on and I was a lot happier, and not. Yeah, so I found out that she had moved on and is seeing someone else, and it like fucked me up emotionally. And then, you know, I was kind of like trying to rationalize my feelings, and was like, you know, it's been a while, and like we weren't gonna be good together, like we're gonna break up somehow, and like X, Y, and Z. But I think that's what had caused the most issues, is because I wasn't facing feelings. Yeah, and I hate being sad about things. So a lot of it was anger. I don't even know, I haven't watched the video about me talking about my breakups since I made it. So I actually have no idea what I said. But I have a strong feeling that I talked about like trying to look at the positive things about it. Which I did for the first 2 weeks. And then after that I just kind of lived in anger and misery about that. But like, I wasn't like angry all the time, I wasn't like upset all the time, but like I was upset about that. And then here we are now, and I'm still I'm still pretty distraught about it. I think part of it had to do with because I don't know, I think I like subconsciously had some high hopes of us. What is going on with my camera? Okay, I'm sorry. I think I had some hopes that we were gonna be together again or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, so it just kind of like, you know, kind of hits you, and you're like, oh. And I blocked her on Facebook and on Instagram, so she can't find me there. But yeah. I still am in love with her, and she's moved on. So that's where we are right now. That's where that is. But it is what it is. I'm not. It is weird talking about it. It's weird talking about it on camera because I don't. My romantic life, just not public. Like, I don't really talk about the details of my romantic life ever. I've always been that way. I've always been very much like private about that. I'm private about my sex life because that's just supposed to be, I don't know, it's a Virgo thing. But so yeah, so that's where I stand. I'm being honest and vulnerable, and like that was my goal. I guess this time around with YouTube was that I wanted to be a little more open about stuff. So that's what it is. I like have moments where I think about it and then I get really distressed, and so it really, like, last week had just like screwed me over and like was not having a good time. My smoking habit got worse. I ended up actually flunking a test of mine because I left. I answered the most questions I could, but I was having a really bad anxiety attack, so I left. Yeah, that was my last week. And like, a lot of my things have been fluctuated. I've been given new medication for anxiety this time. Yeah, so I have that, and then I have family stuff as per usual. Like, what is new about that? The whole, like, it's just, it's wearing me out thin to constantly have to live, the way that I do, and like have to live basically a lie and live, a double life, and like constantly feeling like a disappointment to my parents, like every damn day, feeling like I'm disappointing them by existing, and it's not a good time. It's not a good time. And so we've had some incidences last week where they admitted in family therapy that I wasn't open enough with them, and like they don't actually know what I'm doing with my time, and it was hard for me to hear that because I know it's true, but I also know that purposely I'm like that because I can't tell them that I'm going to like trans support groups or like a chorus that was like full of like queer and trans people, and like because I can't tell them that stuff because they won't like it, but it's the stuff that I'm doing because it makes me happy, and like so I like have to keep things a secret, and I know it bothers them. It bothers me too, but it's just the way that it is. Like, you gotta sacrifice some things. I guess I had this morning on like the toilet, I was thinking about graduating college and how difficult that's gonna be for me, because when I'm in school I'm very much myself, and I'm known a certain way, and like I'm me. I'm in college, damn it. And when I graduate, it's going to be so difficult because, obviously they're going to want me in the ceremony because I've been paying for like 4 to 5 years. I'm going to go to this damn school. Like, I might as well graduate and, like actually go to the ceremony and stuff. So my mind had like wandered off into that subject, and I was like, oh, goodness. I don't know what that's going to be like. I don't know how I'm going to have to dress. I don't know how I'm going to dress up. And I think about that a lot when it comes to like special events. Like, how am I going to dress up in a way that's comfortable for me? Like, this whole like idea of like how androgynous can I be, but also like dress up, and that's a lot harder to do. That's where I am with that. And my dad is starting to like low-key trying to force me to go back to church, which is not fun, so I like avoided them today because today's Sunday. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this, but I know like today is Sunday that I'm recording this, and so I avoided them all morning and stayed in bed so I don't have to talk to them, because he's like convinced that I told him that I was gonna go with them one day, and I did not ever utter those words. I don't know where he got this idea from. And then there was another problem that he had mentioned that on Wednesday, and then on Friday I was coming home and I tried to like lighten the mood with my family and was like, hey, I saw some shoes that I liked and I think I want new shoes. And of course he was all like, as long as they're feminine. And I'm like, oh god, okay. So I haven't really been speaking to him since, and I've been kind of unhappy with that because I was feeling really good that day. had a lot to do with the fact that I was drunk. But I was feeling good. I was feeling like myself, and I was like really happy, and like, you know, I was with my friends, and like, even if I go through some like crap outside, and even if I get like misgendered outside of like, you know, in like my daily life, it's okay. Like, I feel okay for me to be upset about it. But when it comes to my family, it's things are very, very different. And so when he said that, of course, it made me upset because I know that they have a problem with the way that I dress. They have a problem, like, and they're not gonna say why, but they have a problem with the way that I dress. And he is like, lately, been trying to force me to wear more feminine stuff. I don't know if I mentioned on this channel that like we went shopping at one point in outlets, and it was so difficult because like we went shoe shopping, which I thought was gonna be the easiest thing ever. I was like, you know what, like I tend to like men's shoes or whatever, but usually they're gender neutral, and he just wanted me to have like feminine shoes, and he was like very specific about it being women's shoes and nothing else. And I was like, why are you like this? And I'm still like, why is he like this? So clearly very unresolved things going on. So I'm just kind of hoping that I can get myself together enough to make an effort this week, especially because Wednesday is going to be a big night for me, and I'm like super excited, and it's a really big thing. I got a letter from Immigration Services, and it's something that I really, really wanted to do.